Hey, brothers and sisters, Freedom Outlaw here. Just sitting here in the shade in my man cave, as I like to do from time to time. Uh, the previous video was talking about permits. They don't press permits, the government that is, they don't really press permits until it comes to the Second Amendment. Then all of a sudden, they want to talk about, well, you need a permit, you need a background check. Let me ask you a question, because I'm going to show you how stupid and incompetent they are and how tyrannical they are. Do I need a background check to exercise my First Amendment right? Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to post things. Do I need a permit? Do I need a background check to do that? No, I don't need one. Neither can the government impose upon me a requirement to have a permit. It's my right. It's my God-given right. That's the part they hate. If there's any words in our founding documents, I'm going to tell you the words that they hate. With their whole soul, their whole rotten, filthy, dark, evil soul, they hate these words. We've been endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. They hate, despise, loathe. They hate those words, because that completely shoves them out of the picture. You cannot enjoy, experience true freedom without independence. Our founding fathers knew that. Why do you think they were in a war for independence for 8 years and 4 months? Because they knew without sovereign independence, some political entity, some tyrant, some dictator was going to tell them what they can and cannot do. I mean, this is so simple. But they hate those words. We've been endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And one of those unalienable rights is the Second Amendment. And they hate it. They absolutely hate it. If they could strip us of the Second Amendment, which they're continually trying to do, then they could be our God. They could be our Creator. They could be the ones to tell us what we can and cannot do. Well, you know what? I have a suggestion. Actually, it's more than a suggestion, but I'll just call it a suggestion. I have a suggestion for them. They can go suck on a pig's behind. Yeah. And as I've said before, what they actually need is a backwoods education in natural law. I'd be willing to show them. I'd be willing to be the teacher. I'd be willing to be the instructor, the professor. But here's one thing I wish I could do. And of course, they're not gonna do it, because I'm a nobody, right? I'm just a nobody out here. They don't care about me any more than gnat poop. But I wish I could line up all of them in a room so it could be televised nationwide, worldwide. And I would debate every one of these filthy scumbags, every single one of them, using only our documents that we stand on. And they would have no place to go. Oh, they could avoid questions. They could make up their own stuff. But they have, you can't look at those documents, read the words, and come up with the stuff that they come up with, other than the fact that you're so evil, you're so brain dead, you're so possessed of yourself. I would debate every single solitary one. Words are simple, but of course they're trying to change language now. See if they can. See, that's the thing. Oh my God. They want to tamper with our food. They want to tamper with our guns. They want to tamper with our hunting rights. They want to tamper with our medicines. They want to tamper with every single thing that they can get their filthy, vile hands on. They want to tamper with our language. Well, let's just change the language. You know, it used to be, that's a man and that's a woman. Now it's transgender. There's no such thing. That's a made-up, fictitious word. But this generation that's coming up, that's the only recourse they have, because they cannot stand face to face with facts and truth. That's their problem. They cannot stand face to face with facts and truth. So they got to make up their own BS. That's their problem. And then if you try to argue with them or debate them, oh, well, you're talking to a total fool. You're talking to somebody that's total brain dead. You might as well go out and talk to a rock. You might as well hold a fly in your hand and try to communicate with a fly. That's the level of their IQ. Maybe a notch above a fly or a gnat. I don't know. But here's the thing. Here's my message. I'll debate anyone, anywhere, anytime. Not because I think I'm somebody, but because I believe in what I read in the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and my Bill of Rights. As it's been said, and we'll keep saying it, the Bill of Rights does not give us our rights. It just reminds us what they are, and it's to remind the government, keep your filthy, dirty, filthy scumbag hands off. Oh, God Almighty. But no government, no law enforcement agency who violates their oath of office, no politician, no governor, no mayor is going to tell me, in the context of my rights, is going to tell me that I need a permit and they're going to define my rights. No, you're not. No, you're not. And if you think you are, you might take me out with a bullet, but there's going to be consequences before I go out. I guarantee you that. Because, as I keep saying, it's liberty or death. I'm not going to compromise. I'm not going to negotiate my rights. I'm not going to give you a micro inch as a government entity. I'm not giving you nothing. You've already taken enough from the American people, we the people. You've lied, you've cheated, you've committed fraud. You're nothing but a criminal enterprise. That's all you are. And it's being exposed more and more and more and proven more and more every day. And I will say it again, I'm not anti-government, but I'm anti this government. Liars. They can't open their mouth without lying. They're demonic. They're evil. Evil to the soul. The soul is blackened, dark, sinister. They're so in love with their self. That's all they care about. So you can take all of your permits and you can shove it. Because this is one man among many that's not going to comply. And on that note, everybody have a wonderful day. Enjoy your life, your liberty, your pursuit of happiness. Enjoy those things that's been endowed by our Creator. Hey, I'm out of here.